Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Mona here as always to keep you posted on everything happening in football right now. Today we have some absolutely massive stories breaking across Europe. We are talking about secret bidding wars behind the closed doors. We are talking about a shocking Premier League return for a midfield general, plus a massive 85 million euros battle between two English giants. Today, big news, big updates, let's get into it. First, guys, we need to address the massive elephant in the room. The 2026 World Cup is heating up right now. The knockout brackets are officially locked in. This tournament is entering its absolute most crucial stages. The entire world is watching these games, but behind the scenes, the transfer market is completely exploding because of it. Scouts from every top club are in the stands. Deals are being cooked up right now based on these international performances. I want to hear from you guys in the comments immediately. Who is your favorite to lift the trophy now that the bracket is set? Drop your predictions below. Because what I can tell you is that world tournament form is changing club strategies today. Now, let's jump straight into our first major exclusive transfer story. We have to start with Matheus Fernandes. Yesterday, I dropped an absolute exclusive bombshell on this player. Nobody else was reporting it. Suddenly, the entire media is running with it. What I can tell you right now is that Paris Saint-Germain are pushing hard. There is massive optimism on the PSG side to get this deal completely finalized. Luis Campos is moving behind the scenes with incredible speed. PSG are leading the race to sign Akliouche. They are moving fast to completely anticipate the Premier League clubs. My understanding is that talks are advancing very well on personal terms. The contact between Akliouche's camp and PSG has been incredibly positive. Contract terms are already being structured as we speak. PSG also happen to have an excellent relationship with Monaco. Because of this, Paris hope to reach a total agreement on the price very soon. They want to sort everything out before other European giants wake up. Luis Enrique sees Akliouche as a dream signing for his tactical system. He is a modern, versatile talent who can play multiple roles. He can dominate on the winger positions. He can play perfectly as a classic number 10 in the future. The PSG board loves his profile because he is incredibly young. More importantly for their project, he is a top French talent. PSG are obsessed with recruiting the best domestic players right now. They are advancing quickly to win this race against English interest. So Matheus Fernandes is absolutely one to watch over the next few days. So this one is going to be very interesting to follow. Then, guys, let's move directly to the next domino piece in Paris, because Gonzalo Ramos is heading out of the club. He is incredibly close to joining AC Milan in a massive 74 million euros deal, but his departure is creating room for another major club-to-club agreement. I am talking about Kang-in. What my sources are telling me is that Kang-in has a total agreement with Atletico Madrid. Atletico have been cooking an incredible transfer window so far. They have already wrapped up the deal for Alejandro Grimaldo. Now Atletico Madrid are closing in on a deal to sign Kang-in. The famous words are expected very soon. The agreement is incredibly close between Atletico Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. Personal terms are completely locked in. I told you guys about this days ago when no one believed it. Now Atletico are advancing rapidly on the club-to-club negotiations with PSG. The master plan in Paris is now completely transparent. Ramos is out. Kang-in is out. And Akliouche is coming in. Remember my words here. Until 24 hours ago, absolutely no one was mentioning Akliouche to Paris. Now, the news is absolutely everywhere. This is the exact direction for the French talent, so this one is going to be very interesting to follow. Moving on to some absolutely crazy news breaking right now in England. We need to talk about Granit Xhaka. This has easily been one of the biggest stories of the last 24 hours. Chelsea have officially started conversations to sign Granit Xhaka. They are talking directly to Sunderland to understand how to get this deal done. Yes, you heard that correctly. Sunderland are the club holding his registration right now. What I can tell you is that the agreement between Chelsea and Xhaka is not an issue. Personal terms will absolutely not be a problem here. Xhaka has told Chelsea in a very clear, direct way that he wants to move. He wants to go back to London immediately. He loves the city and wants to live there again. Most importantly, he wants to play for Enzo Maresca. The tactical connections are all pointing towards Stamford Bridge. But now, it is entirely about reaching an agreement between the two clubs. And honestly, Sunderland are completely shocked by this development. The Sunderland board was absolutely not expecting this. They did not think Granit Xhaka would inform them of his desire to leave. They were actively building their squad for next season around him. They believed Xhaka was going to be the absolute leader of the team. He was the crucial piece for their manager, Régis Lebris. The entire blueprint for next year featured Xhaka as the captain figure, but now Xhaka is pushing hard for Chelsea. Sunderland are publicly insisting that they do not want to sell him. They are telling everyone it will take crazy money to open the door. But here is the inside angle that nobody else is reporting right now. Chelsea are actively playing down reports about paying 30 million euros or 40 million euros. The Chelsea board believes that fee is way too high. Chelsea's strategy is to pay a much lower fee to secure the agreement. This is not because they doubt Xhaka's incredible quality on the pitch. It is strictly because of his age profile. Granit Xhaka is simply not a young player anymore. Chelsea usually target young profiles, so they want a strict discount here. This is why Chelsea are taking a very tough negotiation position. The ball is entirely in the court of the two clubs. On the player side, Xhaka is ready to accept any contract condition. He just wants Chelsea, he wants London. So this one is going to be very interesting to follow. Now, many of you have been asking me about another massive midfielder. We have to talk about the absolute chaos surrounding Matheus Fernandes. Every single day I wake up here in the United States and look at my phone. I see thousands of messages on X, on YouTube, on Instagram. Everyone is asking me the exact same thing. Is he going to Tottenham? Is he going to Manchester United? The media reports are changing every single hour. One day he is supposedly flying to Manchester. The next day he is apparently medical ready for Spurs. Let me give you the absolute Real Madrid of this story right now. My understanding is that Matheus Fernandes is prepared to accept either move. The player is completely open to joining Manchester United or Tottenham. He has zero intention of staying at West Ham. He strictly does not want to play in the Championship next season. For a player of his quality, playing in the second tier is completely impossible. He is ready to pack his bags immediately. He will not create any issues regarding personal terms with either United or Spurs. The entire bottleneck right now is reaching an agreement with West Ham. And trust me, what is happening behind the scenes is crazy. We are not seeing many public reports about official bids being written down, but Manchester United and Tottenham are driving this process aggressively. They are speaking to the players' camp and West Ham every single day. It is a silent tactical war. One day Tottenham makes a verbal push. The next day Manchester United counters with their own verbal proposal. It is a non-stop battle of numbers. The message I told you guys a few days ago is making perfect sense now. The player will ultimately go to the club that satisfies West Ham's financial demands. Whoever pays the best money to West Ham gets the signature. It is as simple as that. West Ham are holding out for an absolute premium. Their starting price tag is a massive £85 million. And let me tell you, that price could go even higher. If United and Spurs keep fighting like this, a bidding war will explode the price. West Ham are also being incredibly strict about the payment terms. They do not just want a high fee. They want the structure of the payments to be fast. They want the guaranteed cash upfront to rebuild their squad. So this one is going to be very interesting to follow. Then, guys, moving on to another huge talent, Manchester City remain in active conversations for Bouaddi. The incredible young talent from Lille is a top priority for them. Manchester City made direct contact with his inner circle a while ago. According to my exclusive information, City have a very specific structure in mind. The idea from Txiki Begiristain and the City board is to sign Bouaddi right now, but they want to officially register him for the summer of 2027. The plan would be to buy him and let him stay at Lille on loan for another season. This allows the player to develop with regular minutes in League One. Then he would arrive at the Etihad Stadium as a mature player in 2027. The deal is not done yet, but City are pushing this exact blueprint. They are facing massive competition from other elite clubs. Liverpool have already held direct meetings with his agents. Arsenal have also held exploratory meetings for Bouaddi. Many top clubs are completely keen on his profile. Even Paris Saint-Germain are keeping a close eye on his situation. A lot of people are asking me why PSG are not closing this deal immediately. He is one of the best young talents in the French league. The answer is very simple. PSG is absolute priority this summer. He's focused elsewhere. They are strictly looking for central defenders and frontline attackers. They do not want to spend a big budget on a midfielder who stays on loan. This is exactly why PSG are not advancing for Bouaddi right now. And this is the exact gap Manchester City are trying to exploit. They want to steal a march on everyone else for 2027. If the structure of these talks shifts to an immediate transfer, I will let you know. But right now, this is the exact state of the conversation. So this one is going to be very interesting to follow. Just to close, guys, a very quick but important update on Curtis Jones. I have received so many questions about Curtis Jones and Inter Milan. What I can tell you right now is that this deal has gone completely cold. The negotiations are on a total standby between Inter and Liverpool. My understanding of the situation is quite clear. Inter Milan launched an official opening bid of 25 million euros. Liverpool's response was incredibly firm. They told Inter, in no uncertain terms, that they will not negotiate for less than 40 million euros. Liverpool were actually quite irritated by Inter's opening proposal. They felt the valuation was disrespectful for a player of Jones' quality. Right now, Liverpool have completely pulled out of talks. They will not proceed with Inter Milan unless the Italian club completely changes their terms. If Inter do not return with a drastically improved offer, Jones stays at Anfield. And trust me, what is coming next in my upcoming video is even bigger than this. On this and much more, stay posted right here on the channel. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell because big stories are coming very soon. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you soon here every single day. Ciao.